Everybody, we are back live for the first championship game. Joe Lopez, Phil Coronado Memorial Softball Tournament. So, Los Barachos went clean. They will be the home team. They kind of won that right by rules in the tournament. And they will be playing Savage. Savage beat Waves in the get back game. A little bit of revenge considering hold on folks, there you go, they had a boombox going nuts on me there. So a little bit of a revenge game. So we tried to clean up the app a little bit, and hopefully we're not going to lose the signal, although it's just really not that strong. I don't know what's going on out here at Cicero, Illinois, but hopefully we'll get through it. So leading off, PJ Raines will be followed by Julian Gutierrez and Tommy Coates. Our first look during the weekend at the Savage team. Got a lot of guys who play out in Kennedy Park. They got the two Coates brothers on this team. Bobby Ronald is on the team, but he pulled a hamstring, I believe. So he has not played the last couple of games. And he is not in the lineup, so Tom O'Malley will be on the bump. Anybody gets on, we'll see stretch panic. So here we go. First hitter of this fourth annual championship game. PJ Raines, a little soft fly ball. That's going to be out into the trees over there. I didn't see it come down. Hopefully it did. Looks like somebody threw something back in. That ball may not have come down from the trees. So now they're throwing something in. That ball never came down. It went up into those thick trees where they have the porta potty, and the ball never came down. So right off the bat, we're starting a little weird. And they're kind of hunting around the base of the tree. I was going to say, I didn't see it come down. It went up there. Unless it came down on the backside. And they're all staring up at that tree. I think the tree is saying, I'm minding my own business. You're going to be lobbing balls up here, and decided to keep it. And yeah, they're coming back out, and there's no new ball. So first pitch of the game, and we're going to be starting with an older ball. So Manny Sanchez is going to throw a brand new. Now they're going to throw it around. Just throw the ball in. Let's start the game, kids. And back in the day, when the clincher used to have the horsehide cover, it'd be very hard out of the box. This ball not quite as hard out of the box, but it holds up much better than the old ball did. Guys used to spit on it, rub it up, jump on it. So here's PJ Raines now as we reset now, as we got a brand new ball in the ball game. We'll see if anybody has a little trouble, because right out of the box they're a little slick, but when they take the infield before the game, it does have a tendency to help that a little bit. And there's a little ground ball to second. Cody sucks it up. Leadoff man down. So one up, one down. Brings up Julian Gutierrez. Of course, you were allowed to pick up two major players. And their two pickups were P.J. Raines and Julian Gutierrez. And congratulations to that Waves Up team, a.k.a. Splash. They finished third. So far, they're the only team to beat this Savage team. And Julian, a little foul ball, and that's going to be, and that goes into the backyard over there. I don't. At $15 a ball, I don't know how many Manny wants to keep throwing in.
I did it one time though.
So they're going to go shag that ball down. That one's just in the backyard. Same yard that's got that ridiculously high fence over there. And they do have the ball. I think somebody was bright enough to go around the front. So very slow top of the first inning here. So Marky Robinson wanted to let everybody know that the third place Waves Up team will be going to Lawler's on Archer. So if you want to go out and party with the third place team, go to Lawler's. They are a sponsor of the SSA, Shane Lawler, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. They also got a great place on 111th Street, maybe a block or so east of Pulaski, which is a real nice place. I was at a surprise birthday party there a few weeks back, and it was really nicely done. So here's Julian Gutierrez as we're back to softball. And Julian hits looks like it's dancing up there, but Ant stayed with it and made the catch with the hands. That ball was knuckling, and he's smiling. I think he's, I don't want to say surprised he caught it, but so again, Barachos went clean, and Savage needs to win a pair here if they're going to be champs. 2 up, 2 down. It brings up Tommy Coates. And that's Coates with an ES. And Tommy drives it to right. Sean Quinn is right there. So they go 3 up, 3 down here in the championship start. And it's going to bring up a very familiar lineup. Cotto, Trey, and anybody gets on, Travis. So again, very interesting thing. Out on that first base line on this field, the way the bracket broke down, they kept winning and they never had to move diamonds. And so they were pretty comfortable over there. Now they got a little different view of the game here from the third base side. And softball players can be superstitious, so we'll see if that comes into play here. Sometimes guys get weirded out, they get comfortable. We played the Rockets one year when I was running Mudville, and the bracket broke down the same way. They played every game in first base. And I made a point of having my assist. Here's Cotto. And he dumps a hit in front of P.J. Raines. So I had my assistant coach get out early before our game against them and grab the first base dugout. When they showed up, they were kind of griping a little bit about it, that they had to go to the third base dugout. And we did end up winning that game. And not saying that had anything to do with it, but sometimes you want to try to play some mind games. So here is Trey Johnson. Fouls that ball off.
Hey, make him go get that shit. Come on.
That ball got over the screen. So we're getting a lot of crazy foul balls here. Kind of slowing the game down. So again, 16-inch style softball. This is the way we played in Chicago with no gloves. 60-foot bases, you can lead off. For this tournament, if they play on you, you can try to advance one base. 6-12 on the arc, 1-1 count. So here's the pitch to Trey. He hits it out toward right center, and Julian Gutierrez goes down. Cotto tags underneath the tag. So runner in scoring position. Pitcher gets a drag step since we're playing no glove. 1 step right, left, or back. 2 fakes or hesitation. Third arm action must be to deliver the ball home. Throw or fake to a base is considered one of your fakes or hesitation. Here's Ant, been having a good weekend both defensively and offensively. And we swing heavy bats. And Ant, a little roller, Tommy Gutierrez makes the play for out number 2. So we can swing bats up to 38 ounces, 34 inches long, 2 1/4 on the barrel. And here's Travis Smith trying to drive in the first run of the game.
Cotto. No one, Cotto. Big lead. Need to score. Let's go.
And Travis, hard ground ball. Tommy Gutierrez makes the play, and Cotto slipped on the bag. I thought they were going to have a... So they covered that before the game. They were trying to tell people that they just had to be in the neighborhood.
Yeah, tell us about it. I thought they told you before the game.
They did have a conversation. I saw Manny Sanchez talking to both managers. So that's a lack of communication. Now, if they're playing on you, you're still going to have to slide in. That's not that big of a deal, because if you slide into it and it pops off, you know, they won't count you off the base, obviously. So we head to the second, no score here, first championship game. And it's going to be Stretch Panic, Brett, and then Patrick Coates. And Stretch, it's got to be every bit of 6'6", maybe 6'7". He can hit it a country mile, and as he's gotten older, he started taking something off. And to be honest with you,
Hold on. Watch the cut. You got a cut ball.
yeah, that outfielder looks like he's playing in Berwyn, not Cicero. And there he tried to just kind of guide something. Cotto high throw, but J-Rod on the bag. 4 up, 4 down. That's going to bring up Brett Kapchik, the first baseman.
Yo, Trey, let him know. Gap to gap.
So we're kind of off to a slower start here. Not unusual. Sometimes teams feeling themselves, each other out a little bit. And that ball is inside. So Nano did a good job the previous game, late in that game. When they beat the Waves, he kind of lost home plate a little bit. It was real late in the game. But
Ready, Coach? Go at it.
and there's a line drive. He gets it over the top of Cruz. First hit of the ball game for Savage. He just turned and hit a line drive. And that's going to bring up Patrick Coates with Tom O'Malley on deck. So you see the Baracho guys telling their infield that coach can run and the ball's got to come out. Now the thing about Stretch over at first, he's chews up a lot of yardage. It's how tall he is. And with 2 outs, he'll be running on the swing. I take it back, there's 1 out. Cruz, he'll go to short way. Trey didn't even think about it. And coach was cruising down the line. They weren't going to turn a double play, so Trey Johnson, aware of that, just kind of held on to the ball. So 2 outs now for Tom O'Malley. Should Tom hit something into the gap, Patrick Coates will score. And there he tries to go gap on the run. Sean Quinn, a little bump with Ant over there, but he holds on. And we'll head to the bottom of the second. And it'll be Sean Quinn, Nano, and Cody coming up. And again, if you're the Barachos, you have the advantage because you got to get beat twice.
All right, let's go. Let's put some runs up, y'all.
And now Savage, who got upset by the waves very early, has had to come through the loser's bracket.
Let's go.
So if you're Barachos, you'd like to jump up early and maybe hope that Savage is thinking a little bit about how tired they are and what a long day it's been. So here's Sean.
Sean, give yours.
And there's a swing and it just fades. And that's kind of a break there. Third baseman put his hand out. Did not touch it.
Logan. Oh, no, you have the right one. Sorry, you have the right one. We don't have the right one. He has the right one.
So, a little confusion about the lineup
Oh,
card.
my God.
It's basically the same lineup card they've used most of the day. So here's Sean Quinn back in the box. And Sean hits it hard, but right at Julian Gutierrez. And their outfield is really not playing the Barachos very deep. Barachos are not exactly a team you think is going to go up there and hit bombs, although we do have a couple of guys capable of driving the ball a little bit. But Savage squeezing them in the outfield. And here's Nano, and that's going to be into the fans. Of course, on the flip side, when you play shallow, that 12-foot high line drive toward a gap becomes problematic. And that pitch was just a little outside as Thomas stepped toward the first base side. Now he's trying to lean in. And they know, and that gets through the third baseman. So leadoff man is on. A little two-strike sinker. Third baseman stood up a hair too early. And that brings up Cody. And Cody, a little slow chopper. Nano avoids it. Does get to second. So Cody just beat that into the ground. So with 2 outs, potential lead run. on second base for Rocco. And they're a little deeper for Rocco, and he slashes one up the middle. Tommy Gutierrez gets a hand on it, play it to play. He's out. So Tommy Gutierrez got his hand on it, up the middle, stopped it from going to the outfield, threw a strike to Panic out at the plate. I don't know if I like that replay graphic, but it was different. Again, I had to clear all the settings, clear out the catch, clear out the data. And nicely done there. So defense scored that a hit and out at the plate. So we're going to head now top of the third, no score. And Nano took kind of a Nano, damn it. Took kind of a wide angle toward third and heading home. Perfect throw. And Stretch Panic was able to catch it and lay it on him. So okay, I don't know what's going on here. I thought Tom O'Malley should be up. This looks like Jake. Tom must have made the last out last inning. And there's a fly ball. So Jake flies out. He brings up Tommy Gutierrez with Ortez on deck. Can't read that. So leadoff man down. And there's a little Humpty. So Gutierrez, one out single. And it brings up Ortez, B-O-R-T-E-S. Top of the lineup looming, and P.J. Raines. And there's a little short fly ball. Ant comes in, and Tommy Gutierrez was about 60% of the way, which is the way you play that, because Ant had a read on it all the way. If he drops it, you're going to get to second. If he catches it, you still got plenty of time to get back. That's one of them. So here's P.J. Raines, 2 out runner on first now. P.J. smashes a hit. Tom is running hard. Took the turn. See, I like that. Ant got it in hard to Trey Johnson. If he lobs it, there's a good possibility they would have sent Tom. But he threw a strike right to Trey. And it brings up Julian Gutierrez with Tommy Coates on deck. So first scoring chance here for Savage in the ballgame. And Gutierrez rolls it. Trey Johnson, long throw, not in time. And the first run scores. Seemed like there was a little confusion there between Trey Johnson and Cotto. He got in the neighborhood, and then Cotto just kind of pulled up, and that was a tough play for Trey. He's moving to his right away from first, and he couldn't do anything. And here is Tommy Coates, and he flies out. But they pick up the first run of the ball game. They lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. So it's going to be Mike Cruz, J-Rod, and Day Day.
We go now. Come on now. Hey, let's go right here. Let's go. Mikey, J-Rod, let's go.
So Steve Rodriguez trying to rally the troops there. And Baracho's typical of a younger team. They during the course of the ball game, they'll go up and down a little bit emotionally. And when they go good, they go real good.
Hey, you did the right thing.
So 1-0 here. And I think some people are talking about Manny taking the turn and trying to, should say, Nano trying to score. Tom Gutierrez, the ball jumped up and bit him. Mike Cruz not swiftest of feet, and Tommy was able to recover and make the play. So here we go. Here's J-Rod. And Baracho's talked a little bit about this Friday night. They do have a tendency on occasion to kind of start games slow, and then they tend to pick it up back half. And there's J-Rod with a little floating knuckleball into the outfield. So the young man's thrown in a few hits this weekend. And it brings up Day Day. So they're trying to figure out the courtesy. And here's Nano going out there. So Day Day in the lineup, Jamie on the bench this game. And I don't know if Jamie's hurt. I thought he was playing very well this weekend. So it's supposed to be the last batted out, who was Mike Cruz. So now they're going to let J-Rod run because I think they would be running for Mike Cruz, and he was the last batted out. But you only get one courtesy runner. So 1 out, 1 on here for Day Day.
No profanity. Let it go. Play ball.
So 1 out, 1 on. Baracho's chasing the run here. We always talk about how you need your bottom to feed that top in big games. J-Rod did his job hitting 10th. Now they're trying to get the 11th place hitter to continue. And that ball is going to spin out there to P.J. Raines. 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Cotto. I'm not sure where. Oh, there he is. So the courtesy is 1 per inning. So now they are going to courtesy since Day Day was the last out. And here's Cotto. They're really playing him to pull. And he does pull. What a snag. Long throw. Not in time. And now it's going to bounce into the bleachers.
He's already there. He's already there. He's already there. He's already there.
Now the rule is, you can see they're trying to say he was at third, but that's not the question. On a ball that gets thrown into the bleachers like that, you get 2 bases. And how they judge it is when he threw the ball, what was the last base you established? So if Day was already at second when he threw the ball, he should get third and home. The fact that he was at third. So I don't know if they saw Day was already, again, because the shortstop had the ball, and the ball was hit pretty good. I don't know, by the time he threw it, that's the question, when the ball left his hand. So here's Trey Johnson, second and third. And Trey tried to cut, and that ball is fouled out of play. And that's an example now. Had they had a screen, there's no screen. It's a very short backstop screen. You can see over here where that screen ends. So once that ball bounced away, there's nothing there to prevent it. This is the championship game. And Bell Long, this is Chicago style 16-inch softball. 99% of what we do is no glove. And this is a no glove tournament, meaning you cannot wear a glove. And we run a lot of tournaments and national championship tournaments, Midsummer Classic. The only 2 events where we allow mitts are Labor Day weekend at the men's major and at our Class A glove national championship tournament in Carroll Stream in mid-August. So here's Trey Johnson. Trey up the middle, O'Malley snags it. So Baracho's had a golden opportunity there. Trey can't come up with the hit. And it'll stay 1-0 as we head to the top of the 4th inning.
Watch out.
Scheduled hitters, Stretch Panic Brett and Patrick Coates. And there's my guy coming over to check it out. So Travis's young son. You got a future in broadcasting. So he likes to come over and check out the video feed.
It looks better than right now.
Yeah, well, you know, the sun's going down, so the sun is there so we can actually see what we're doing now. So here's Stretch Panic, can lead off here. And Savage has been kind of muddling along here. When you got to win 2, you'd like to come out, maybe make a statement. Try to have yourself an easy first game. So here's Stretch. They're deep all around, and he tries to beat him. Going back on his horse, and Stretch did. And that's an absolute bomb. Stretch Panic is going to put the second run of the board up. So they were playing him deep, not deep enough. And he hits a bomb out of here. Let's see if we got it on the replay. Oh, I was too fast, darn it. I needed to wait a little bit. So here comes Brett. 2-0 ball game now.
Go, Brett.
And takes a strike. So Stretch didn't miss that. Hit it a long way over the top of the left fielder. And And Brett, a little ground ball to Cotto. Long throw in time for the first out of the game, and that'll bring up Patrick Coates. So Los Barachos right now, they're hanging in the ball game, down 2, but we're approaching the halfway point of the ball game, and they've had one opportunity to put something on the board, and they couldn't cash in. And there's a line drive base hit, so Savage starting to loosen up here in the top of the 4th, getting some good swings, and just snuck the foot back in. Trey Johnson been snapping throws behind runners all day. Patrick Coates was taking his time getting back there. Sorry, breathing in a little dust here. And here's Tom O'Malley. Well, Mel, this is the first championship game. Barachos went clean. It's double a limb, so Savage needs to win 2. So full count. And there's a fly ball in the gap, and that's going to get down. Coates is going to score, and O'Malley delivers, helping his own cause. 3-0 Savage now. So now they're going to pinch run over there for O'Malley. Brings up Jake. So right now, it'll be interesting to see. They do have Anthony Lopez, who can also pitch, and Jake up the elevator shaft. Anthony's there. He'll throw it in. He brings up Tommy Gutierrez, singled his last time up. So they do have another pitcher in Anthony Lopez. So we'll see how long Steve Rodriguez might want to go with Nano if Savage continues to open up here.
Help him out behind him.
Right now, Barachos looking for a Band-Aid. Little chopper to Cotto, big bounce, throws to first, and that'll do it. Halfway through, Savage 3, Barachos 0. Speaking of Anthony Lopez, there he is in your picture. So halfway through, Barachos looking for their first run.
Go! Hey, right here. Travis, Sean, Nano. Come on. Hey, run this shit right here. Go.
So it's going to be Travis, Sean Quinn, and Nano. 4, 5, 6. And again, like I say, with the Baracho team, they are notoriously slow in the first half of ball games, and they close fast. Here is they're chasing a title. Oh, my mistake. Then Travis. And it's getting a little chilly here. I might have to throw my hood up We'll wait until after Ant as that sun goes down. And there's a hard ground ball, little bobble. Strong throw. Oh, my. Oh, my. That was a gun, folks. He planted that back foot, and he juiced that ball across the infield. That got there fast.
Wrong guy.
Wow. That was quite the throw. As he kind of bobbled it, planted the back foot, and this time he feathers it over for the second out. And here's Sean Quinn. So right now, the problem isn't the 3, it's the 0, if you're a Baracho fan. And Sean Quinn off of O'Malley, and that's going to be a 2-out base runner. Again, O'Malley just kind of stabbed a hand out there. That play might have got made had he not deflected it. I never cared about that. That's going to happen once in a while. And here's Nano. And Nano just fouled. Just fouled.
I know Gio, play the replay.
So I did forget to put the timer on how long my replays go. And that's tough to see. The ball was going by so quick. But I think just with my naked eye, I thought the ball was fouled, but not by much. That's the second time in the ball game. Nano's whistled one just foul. And now he hits a roller, and O'Malley sucks it up. And we're going to head to the top of the 5th, 3-0.
Hey, let me see that, Kodo. Hey, everybody over here, please.
So it's going to be Bordes, Raines, and Gutierrez here. And Los Barachos doing a little soul searching. Again, I think if you're Los Barachos, you do have the hammer. You haven't scored yet, but right now your job is to keep it at 3. Still got 3 more at-bats. And you just don't want Savage to leak out on you. Ball's off the plate.
Come on, quick. We got wheels. Here we go. You go to Kelly's lap?
Here's a little ground ball to Cotto from his knees in time.
Let's go, PJ. Top.
Top of the lineup, PJ Raines. PJ takes that pitch inside. And there's a strike. full count. Then you don't want to start walking guys. If you're nano, your defense has been pretty good behind you. There's a ground ball. He drives that. PJ, big turn. He's going to keep running, throw to second. Not in time. I think he would have made it anyway. Trey was on the left field side of second base there, trying to reach in front and then reach back. And I think that PJ Raines would have made it. So runner in scoring position here with one out for Julian Gutierrez. And Julian's strong enough to hit a ball far enough to give you that double tag. And there he goes opposite field. And that ball, so Day makes the catch. Pulls Raines to third. Here comes Tommy Coates. So that's a good example. If Julian pulls that ball, Raines is going to get the third, and that puts more pressure on your opponent's defense to have to make a play. Now on an infield bobble, Raines may not be able to score. So here's Coates, a little chopper, big hop, and man, Coates hustling down the line. Cotto from his knees threw a bullet, and they get Coates by a half a click. We're seeing some shortstops with some cannons making some plays.
Let's go. Come on.
So Cody Rocco and Mike Cruz coming up. Bracho's hanging in there. They just got to figure out how to dent the plate.
Hey, Cody's like, hey, Cody.
That was a nice play by Cotto. He looked up and saw Coates flying down the line, and he cut it loose. The good news is, if you're a Bracho fan, that means Stretch Panic will be leading off next inning with nobody on base. Deep and left and center, a little shorter and right. And they really got their defense shifted. Their second baseman's playing up the middle. The natural hole. And Cruz goes, and he gets over the top. Gutierrez can't get it. Cody's going to hustle to third with a stand-up triple. We'll show you the replay. That ball stayed up in the air. Gutierrez dove for it. Couldn't catch it. Leadoff triple by Cody. And now you're down 3. You're not looking for Rocco to give himself up here. You want Rocco to throw a hit out there. Now, this is the first championship game. If Barachos wins, they will claim all the marbles. If Savage wins, we go to the if game. So your job here, if you're Rocco, you want him to get a hit. Now, if you're Cody, you don't want to get too far off the bag. You don't want to get doubled off, and there's a base hit. Baracho's on the board. And that's how you draw it out. Now the courtesy run for Rocco brings up Mike Cruz. And Mike is capable of leaning on one, too. And this is one of those games where if you're Savage, unless they're watching the live streams, and you don't see or play a team, you don't necessarily know what their guys can or can't do. Everybody deep in the outfield. And Cruz a little roller. And safe at second, I believe. Oh, he calls him out. He's going to ask for help. Question is whether or not he was on the bag. Safe. So they ask for help.
Yes, sir!
Tommy Gutierrez was stretching. The shortstop bobbled the ball. And while he was trying to gain control, he came off the bag. Now, you see Mike Lewis was where he was supposed to be. The problem is you got a guy sliding in, and you got a fielder with his back to you, and you can't really get a good view of it. Richie Hennessy was looking right at it, and they got together, and I believe they got that call right. So now they're going to pinch run with Jamie for Cruz, and it brings up the big boy, J-Rod, with Day-Day on deck. So Baracho's here in the bottom of the fifth showing signs of life. So they might, I don't know if they're thinking about pinch hitting here. And that's rough. You should know this if you're a coach, because Casey Chavez is going to come in to swing. And meanwhile, you let J-Rod go into the box. And Casey Chavez, if you were thinking he might hit, you would have wanted him over here getting loose and getting ready. Now he's got to hustle up and take a swing. And J-Rod had to hit his last time up. So Casey Chavez going to take a swing.
Time out. All right. That's it. All right.
So nobody out, first and second. Big point in the ball game here for Barachos.
Hey, you ready to go?
And Chavez, a little roller, a little bobble. They will get him. Both runners advance. That's the first out of the inning. And again, the second baseman, Bordas, he got kind of, was out on the, just past the lip of the grass, and he got a bad bounce. So here's Day-Day.
Man, get a big lead.
Base hit here, we know that Jamie can run at second. And he goes down the line. Gutierrez is there. One run is in. 3-2 ball game. And Jamie easily gets the third. 3-2 ball game.
Come on, Cotto!
And Cotto can tie the game out with a 2-out hit. And again, the pressure now is on the infielders because an infield hit here, and Jamie's going to tie this ball game up. And Cotto goes up the middle, little collision. Coach, safe at first. We're all tied. So Tommy Gutierrez and the shortstop bumped into each other. What a gun, though. This kid made it close. With Cotto running, you didn't expect it to be that close, and we're all tied at 3. And again, I talk all the time. Your short center, when he's going to his right hand, has to go behind the shortstop. He was on the same plane, and he made contact. If he doesn't bump into the shortstop, that's going to be the end of the inning. And here's Trey Johnson now. We know Cotto can run and will be running with 2 outs, and there was a timeout. And there's a little jawing going on.
Shut your bitch ass up.
I think the Savage guys were jawing a little bit. They thought Cotto was out. Cotto said something. So just a little pillow fight. Just a little pillow fight.
Shut your pussy ass up. Right, shut your pussy ass up.
So here we go.
We're all gonna go. I get it. Shut your bitch ass up, one. Right. Fuck you talking about.
Everybody just jawing now, getting a little crazy. So we're going to be back now. They're going to call the managers over. And they're gonna tell them they gotta tell their teams, let's play softball. So I
you mad too? Pussy
think they're just
yeah, you upset as well. Get your bitch ass up.
so the players are okay. We got some fans that have had a couple of cocktails.
Let's not get crazy. Come on. Let's go. I'll be kicked the fuck out. None of you guys get kicked
So
out.
Trey Johnson had, again, a lot of these teams came out early. They've been here all day. Mike Lewis trying to calm everything down. So here we go. Trey Johnson.
Brody, I need you. I need you. Go. I need you, kid.
Again, just a little pillow fight. Trey Johnson called time. And here we go. And Trey hits it right at Brett, and he steps on it. But in the inning, Barazzo scored 3. And we'll head to the 6th. New ball game. And again, there's a little more jarring going on. So
Hey, let's go, Brett. No one better in the first.
and you know, this can go one of two things. Savage has got a very good offense. They haven't really strung much together today. And I'm a big believer that if you're a team like the Barachos and you just tied the game, just play softball. And, you know, the Savage team, a lot of kids from Kennedy Park, a lot of tough kids out there. And everybody trying to flex a little bit, but like we said, just a little pillow fight.
Hey, stretch. Let's go.
And I wouldn't stand there. I wouldn't stand there if I was Steve. He might take one in the ear hole. So here's Stretch Panek. Lost one his last time out. That ball went well over 300 feet. And now he's just going to dump a cut. I tell you, it should be illegal. Panek it easily into second. Stretch, not a very vocal guy, kind of quiet. He just went up there and just very calmly got a base hit. He didn't get caught up trying to lose one.
Come on, Stretch.
And now the lead run with nobody out at second. Here's the first baseman, Brett Kapchak.
See one through.
And Brett goes the other way. Cody can't make the play. Runners on the corner. Nobody out. Tom O'Malley got a base hit his last time up. And there's nobody out. Let's see if these guys try to do any hit and run. Oh, I take it back. Not to pat Coates up. My bad. And Coates shoots one. Cody to Johnson. And try to see if I got that on the replay. It was certainly bang bang. Meanwhile, a run does score. They do get the lead runner, and Savage has reclaimed the lead, and now O'Malley is up. Nice turn there by Trey Johnson. We got some infielders with absolute hoses throwing the ball around. So short-lived tie. Savage comes right back and puts something on the board. And Nana walks a guy. And that brings up Jake. So they want to do a courtesy runner. Or a pinch runner. Let's see what they want to do. O'Malley says he's okay.
Hey, gotta see a line there, too, over there.
One out here. And Jake drives it at Quinn, who makes the catch and gets it in, and Trey Johnson one-handed it. So 2 outs now. Runners on the corner for Tommy Gutierrez. And a big spot in the game here. Savage trying to get another one of those runs back. So now they run for Jake. And Tom O'Malley, who they were thinking about running for, is the courtesy runner. So Tommy Gutierrez, big spot here. And that pitch a little deep, according to the umpire. For Barachos, you want to get out of here for a couple of reasons. One, you want to put a Band-Aid on this cut. And two, and there's a little roller. He got out of the way, coming in, and Cotto throws it away. So Cotto Nano looked like he was going to go after it, changed his mind, and then Cotto came late, didn't catch it clean, and then he threw it into the stands.
Get him out, coach! Get him out, kid!
So 5-3, and it does put runners on second and third for Bordes. And again, had you gotten that out, Bordes would have been leading off. I think they might be saying that the runner interfered with Cotto. I didn't see that. I think the runner wanted to make sure he wasn't. So 2 outs. And you certainly don't want the Savage top of the lineup coming in. So here's Bordes. Nano jumps ahead there.
Gotta be you.
And there's a ground ball. Big hop to Trey Johnson. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Baracho's been climbing uphill all day. Find themselves looking up at a 2-0 deficit. And it's going to be Ant Travis and Sean Quinn here in the bottom of the 6th. Looking ahead to the 7th, Savage will have the top of the lineup coming up. 5-3 here.
We gotta go fucking now.
Of course, Pops Alejandro having a good broadcast, or as I like to call him, the 16-inch version of Ozzie Guillen. Although Pops might be a little better softball hitter than Ozzie was a major league hitter, but both silky smooth shortstops. So here's Ant. And Ant, a little grounder up the middle. Gutierrez a bobble, but he recovers. And I think some of the Baracho guys. Ant playing center field, and didn't seem like he was busting down the line that hard. Maybe he thought it was going to be a routine out, but in the no-glove game, you can't assume a fielder is going to make the play because the ball will take crazy bounces.
Score from the top row! Watch out, watch out, watch out! Watch out, let the kid cook!
And Travis reached for a ball. Gutierrez, who didn't even run out of the box. I thought Gutierrez wasn't throwing the ball because he wasn't going to have a play, but then I looked up and Travis didn't run down the line. So I don't know what's going on there. Here's Sean Quinn. And Sean hits a lazy fly ball, Rains a little belly catch. So we're going to head to the 7th. Savage leading by 2. Strange inning there for the Barachos. They're usually a very high-energy team. A couple of batters looked like they weren't busting down the line. And I don't know, we're getting to the time of the day here where the lights should get turned on. As we are a little after 8 o'clock here, Cicero, Illinois, and if this score holds, we will have a if game. And Nano's pitched a good ball game, so has Tom O'Malley.
Yo, Brad! I need another hit, Brad! Brad! I need another hit, Brad! You're fatter than me, you fat fuck!
PJ Rains off of Nano. Cotto can't make the play.
Hey, Nano! Hey, take it!
Leadoff man, good speed aboard.
Step hard, Julian!
And one thing's for sure, the way the Baracho offenses look, they really can't afford to have Savage leak out here and put a couple of more runs on the board. Now he falls behind 3-1.
3-1, PJ.
And this is potentially could be a disaster if you walk him with coach stretch and cap check coming up. And Julian, ground ball, gets through Cruz. So here's Tommy Coates. He's had kind of a rough championship game, 0 for 3. He's actually made the 3rd out in 3 innings, and this kid can flat out hit. So he's due like the rent right now. And he goes right up the elevator shaft. And Ant makes the catch. And that's a little bit of a mistake. Ant's got to throw that ball to second. By throwing toward third and missing the cutoff man, he allows Gutierrez to slide into, not slide, but slip into second. And let's see if they pitch the stretch. They haven't really been able to get him out all game. One out here. Last time up, he dumped the cup. If he does that again,
Hey, gotta see a liner through there, Julian.
2 runs are going to score. And now they're going to walk him, which Brett is a good hitter. But now at least you put yourself in a position to get a double play and to maybe get out of this inning with no runs. Bases loaded, 1 out. Of course, what you can't do is follow the intentional walk up with a regular walk. So Nano feeling the heat here a little bit. And now it's 3-1.
Make sure if it's perfect.
I'd be surprised if Brett even offers at this. And you walk them.
Oh yeah, Brett! That's my big bro!
So they double up Barachos at 6-3. They'll think that's courtesy runner, Tommy Coates. Bases are still loaded. Brings up Patrick Coates.
Tom. One out. Jones. Hey.
And Coates, that's going to score 1. Ant makes the play. Nobody else will advance.
Let's go, Shovel, help yourself, kid.
But Savage doing what you need to do here in the top of the 7th is they've pushed across a couple of insurance runs. Brings up Tom O'Malley. Base hit, might score another. And there's a ground ball, and it gets through Cruz. 1 run is in, and now Coates is going to try it, and he'll score. So Barachos is giving up 4 runs here. Now they're down 6.
Hey, hold on, let me fix this.
And that'll bring up Jake. So late surge here by Savage after the game was tied. And that should do it. Ant is there. So do or die 7. Championship potentially on the line.
Hey, come on. Kind of pissing me off. Hey, sit over there. We're going to do that.
So 9-3. They need 6 to continue. 7 wins them a championship. Anything less, and we'll have an if game for all the marbles.
That's my big brother.
And right now, Savage looks like they got a little more juice. And again, through 6, it was a 2-run ball game, but Racho just never got on track offensively. Had the 1 inning where they scored 3. And it's Nano, Cody, and Rocco. And there's a roller, and they'll get Nano. Again, Bordas keeps playing on that grass. He keeps getting bad hops on that lip. instead of taking one step up onto the dirt. And Cody calling his shot. He's half smiling, but he's pointing at Julian, and now he turns and burns, and it's way foul. If it was fair, he would have had Reigns beat, but it was fouled by about 4 feet. And we will start a new stream for the if game. So come on back. I don't know if they flip-flop home and visitor or if they do a coin flip in the if game. My guess is they would do a coin flip. Cody, high fly ball, Reigns camping. So it sure looks like we're going to have an if game, folks.
Let's go.
And there's a ground ball. Third baseman was about 10 feet off the line, and Rocco just shot it down there. He brings up Mike Cruz. And Jamie going to go in to run.
How are you going to basic kid?
And Cruz shoots it up. Gutierrez is there, and there will be an if game. So we're going to click off, folks, and we'll be back. We'll see if they give the teams a couple of minutes to grab something to drink. But we will have a new game stream.